Whole sports all plays. Yeah. Whole sports all plays. Whole sports all plays. 365, we making a plays. You talking the game, get you to the days. We're high in the court, the dime in the lane. Variety topics living the same. All presentation, sports information. Hitting the airways, taking the nation. All sport, all plays, like working your faces. Grace at the field, so tie the laces. Whole sports all plays.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to ASAP in the morning. Jay!
What's up, Jay?
But tell you what's up. Oh, hey, like they say in soccer, right? Ole, 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 ole.
Are you
ole,
moving?
Ole. That's the sound of an Astros fan who just whooped that ass against
Question,
the Yankees.
Jay.
How you like that? 16 innings of no-nos.
Jay, are you moving?
I'm all over the place. I'm going outside. I'm all over the place. I'm telling you, I was so excited. You know, Frankie that on because Frankie didn't want to. He didn't want to smoke.
Nah, he got scared. Frankie's scared. Frankie,
Let me
got
educate
Frankie
you folks.
scared.
2015, Astros dominated against a wild card against the Yankees. Now, I'm going to give you 2017 because we can say what we say, but the Astros did get a victory in New York in 17, so there was a small margin of victory there. 2019, Game 6, Astros, Yankees, ALCS, we spanked that ass. So I'm going to say, the last 5 years, you got to put some respect on Houston owning the Yankees.
I'm here for that energy. It's just a shame that Frankie's too scared. So,
Yeah, Frankie need to get his punk on here, man.
You went to a game the other night, didn't you, Jay?
No. I'm going to game on Thursday. It's a homestand with the Yankees. It was supposed to be Verlander versus Cole, but Verlander said he didn't want to go beyond 4 days rest. They're going to pitch him against New York Mets, the last game of that series. And so it's going to be Garcia going against Cole now. But, yeah, I'll be at that game.
too easy.
What a time to be alive, Pride.
I'm chilling, bro. We're climbing the rankings, so they could. I literally don't give a flying. I don't care no more. Listen, the Yankees are gonna do what the Yankees are gonna do. They're gonna have a midseason meltdown, or they're gonna have the surprise Pikachu face. We're gonna catch up, and it's gonna be easy. Like I said, man. Look, I don't even care if the Yankees somehow win 178 games. Doesn't even matter to me. They'll still find a way to lose in the wild card. I have no faith in this team whatsoever. We've seen this story how many times?
Okay, right.
It's still early.
What really amazed me the most about it was, and what was a telltale sign for me against the Yankees was when they put Cortez, which in my opinion is probably the second best pitcher behind Garrett Cole on the mound, and we put Urquidy on the mound, and he's by far our worst pitcher at 4.35, I believe it is, ERA.
Mm-hmm.
I was like, damn. And I even told Frankie, I was like, man, I said, I'm nervous about this game because the Astros, if he gets a 4.35, that means the Yankees will probably put up about 5-6 runs. And we're going up against Cole. We probably put up maybe 1 or 2 runs. I was like, man, this is going to suck. And then when I see Urquidy takes a no-no into the 7th, and I was like watching a whole nother world. It literally was like watching a whole nother world. And I forgot about my uncle pointed it out to me that Lance McCullers is getting ready to come off of injury.
Yep.
The injury list and be back in the rotation. And if you know Lance McCullers, he actually has a damn good ERA. He normally pitches in the low 2s. So if we stick him behind Verlander, then put Chris Javier, which gave the no-no, and then follow Luis Garcia, man, I'm just saying, it's going to be nasty.
It's going to be hilarious.
Astros have Valdez on the mound tonight.
Yeah, we got Framber Valdez, and then we'll have Verlander tomorrow. I'm really surprised.
Carrasco,
Pride, you got to give me a little bit of respect because you and Frankie, and you did have valid points. I don't want to say your points were valid because I get that we do come from a soft division. But at the same time, on this away stand in New York, playing the Mets.
I never said anything about your division. That was Frankie.
Was it Frankie? Okay, my bad. I apologize. Well, I
didn't say anything about the division because I knew, you play other teams. You know what I mean? Like we play over 3,000 games in the MLB. So,
well, that's the thing.
But I go tell Frankie, I said, what are you going to say now? Though we literally just we swept the Mets, then we split with the Yankees. So that gives us 4 out of 6 on the road in New York against the top 2 teams, right? Because Mets are number 1 in their spot.
Yeah.
And Yankees number 1 in their spot. And then if what's going to happen? I know Verlander is going to get his. If Fromber gets his, what happens if we sweep the Mets back to back? And I mean, you know what do you see what I'm saying? What if we go like 6 out of 8 on this away stand in New York, and then come home? And what if we beat the Yankees at home?
I'm gonna tell you this right now.
During that, I'm just saying, if that was to happen,
if you guys during that stretch, if you guys can do that, I think it's gonna be time for us to stop calling the Houston Astros, like, you know, to stop living in the past and calling them cheaters. And I think it's time to accept that they're legit. And even though this year everyone expected the worst to happen with like everyone gone, with damn near everyone gone, I think it's time to give them respect.
That's what I was telling my uncle last night, man. I was like, because I didn't think he understood like how important this away series was for the Astros. But I was telling my uncle, I was like, you know what, out of the whole year, this is part, and matter of fact, out of the next 5 years, this is probably the most important series because of what happened in 2017. We needed an away stand like this to put legitimacy back on us.
Yep.
Yeah, and that's the thing about baseball too. I'm not saying it's going to happen, but you've seen teams that have played great before the All-Star break, and then after the All-Star break, fall apart,
just collapse. Yeah,
and
that's what I mean. That's
and
what
you see the worst team in the league at the All-Star break come back and win the World Series like the Nationals did a few years ago. So
yeah,
and after the All-Star break, you can't. Things to me, you can't really put too much into them until after the All-Star break because it's just so long of a season.
Right.
And I gotta be honest with you, hey, after what the Braves did last year, and then looking at what they're doing this year and the way that they're coming back and battling hard, these Braves, I'm telling you, hey, don't overlook them because
they some gritty dudes. They're gritty,
bro. It's always those types of teams that worry the most.
Yeah. Oh gosh.
How about that John Wall?
Oh my God, bro,
if we can get rid of him, I'll be so happy.
Well, you already did.
I was gonna say, from what I understand,
is he fully 100% though?
They cut him. He needs to go through waivers before another team can claim him.
Right.
But he is no longer a Rocket. He's a free agent.
And they say it's, from what I heard, they say it's pretty much a done deal that he's on the
right. It's pretty much the Clippers he already has the contract for the Clippers, and he's basically only waiting for his waivers to clear. And then once it clears, he'll officially sign it.
So let me understand that right. So basically, the Rockets are going to pay him the $47 million, and then he gets the contract he signed with the Clippers. Does he get the $50 million plus whatever the Clippers give him for this year as well?
Well, yeah, but the thing is, I think the Clippers are just sign him on a veteran minimum. I don't think it's anything.
Yeah, because they already know that he got his contract.
Let's see,
or his option year, I should say.
So the Rockets have agreed to buy out the final year. Okay, so basically, he's gonna give back $7 million. So instead of getting paid $47 million, he's gonna get paid $40 million. So he kind of gave some back.
Yeah, Rockets can use it. That gives us more cap space.
Yeah. Oh yeah, the Rockets bought off for around 41. Yeah, like 41 million around there. He left about $7 million on the table to basically buy his freedom.
I'm not gonna say that they're gonna be a playoff team or anything, but I think the Rockets are gonna be a lot more competitive this season than what they have been the last year or two.
Maybe.
I still give the Rockets 3 years. I think 3 years will be ready to go.
Yeah, it's going to take a couple of years, but I think they'll look a little bit better if their draft picks pan out.
Yeah. Well, and the draft, I still can't believe how they drafted. Honestly, they got the 6th man out of the SEC and Lawson, and then they got what should have been a lotto pick in Washington at 29. And if those two guys pan out, and you combine them with already with the Jabari what they already have, they're going to be phenomenal. It's going to take them a little bit to get the chemistry and whatnot, but I really believe that this team is going to be amazing. Come 3 years from now, I think they're going to be doing some stuff.
Yeah, he hasn't signed with the Clippers yet, so we don't know exactly what the deal is, but I don't expect it to be nothing crazy. I expect like a minimum. At best, he probably is trying to get signed for the amount of money he left on the table.
Yeah,
over in Washington, not Washington, over Houston. There's
sign,
no way he's gonna expect to get paid a huge contract.
he can sign on
There's
Friday,
no
right?
way. Say again?
Is it Friday was when he can sign?
Yes, I think so. I think that is when free agency starts. Yes, no, Thursday.
Thursday, yep, Thursday.
Yep, Thursday is when because it starts the 30th. So Thursday, and he can just
Hey Chris, I know because I know you were kind of going with Vegas, and we all kind of, and I had Jabari Smith going 1 and Banchero going 3. But how surprised were you when they announced Banchero at 1?
I was surprised because all you'd heard a lot about Smith being 1, and even the sports books had Smith as almost a minus 600 favorite to be the number 1 pick. So I was pretty surprised. I think Banchero was the most NBA ready player, but I just felt like they were going to go with Smith. But I think Banchero is going to be good, and hopefully the Magic build a team around him, and he gets to do something.
Jabari
that's a good question though, Prime. With Jabari Smith being a two-way player and him being a 6'10" power forward, same height as Banchero, did the Orlando Magic make the right move with Banchero over Smith?
Honestly, I don't think I've said this before. In my opinion, I don't think it mattered. I don't think it mattered who they got because I thought the top 3 picks were gonna be. I thought Chet was gonna go first, but honestly, the order didn't matter. I thought it was gonna be Chet, Banchero, and Jabari Smith. I thought those 3 were gonna, be the ones to go. Those were the top 3. So it's really whoever you really wanted to get, whoever you felt more comfortable with, with what you had. That's who you were gonna go with. So me personally, I don't think they did the wrong move. I don't think so. It's not they got Keegan Murray or anything like that. No, like they still got one of the guys who should have been a top 3 pick and who had a legitimate he had a legitimate a legitimate case to be the number 1 pick.
Right.
Like Chris said, and everyone on the earth agrees. Of all of them, Banchero is the most NBA ready. So I'm not mad at that pick at all. I'm really not.
But even with if you look at Keegan Murray, he really had me interested in him out of Iowa. I mean, I wonder if Keegan Murray, because just as you go number 3 or 1 or 2, we've seen it before the draft. Sometimes that don't always matter, right? Sometimes the lower draft picks actually have a better career. Do you think Keegan Murray might be a surprise, over those other 3?
I mean, I don't think he'll be better than them, but I do think he'll carve out a very respectable.
I think he'll be a solid NBA player.
Yeah, I think he'll be the type of dude that starts coming off the bench, and then as time goes on, he'll end up being a starter, and he'll be a guy that you like, that you would want on your team, but you're not going to offer him a massive contract. You know what I mean? Like, I think he's going to be one of those respectable players. So that's just me, though. I mean, I've heard people think that one day he'll be one of the best guards in the league. I don't know. God bless him. But
what do you think about that Mathurin that the Pacers got?
Who?
He was from
Mathurin.
Yeah, Mathurin.
He's I can't remember his first name, but I know his last name Mathurin.
The one that said he wanted to see how good LeBron James was. You see them quotes yesterday?
Hold on. Are you talking about the kid where they were like, "Oh yeah, you got to prove you're better than me"?
Yeah.
Yeah, that kid's a moron.
Yeah. That's a pretty bold thing to be saying when you're only at the draft level.
That was kind of crazy to be saying that you haven't played a game yet.
Bro.
But okay, so let me ask you. I don't know how much and I got to be honest. I did not put a lot of development or a lot of thought process into TT Washington, but I know that he fell out of the draft or out of the lotto because of the ankle injury he sustained. But supposedly he's recovered from that now. But it still caused him to drop. At the forward position, so I imagine the Rockets are going to have him probably either come off the bench or they may have Aaron Gordon come off the bench and put TT in the starting lineup. But what do you guys think about him? You know, was that a steal in the draft, or do you think that he's just going to be average?
Who?
Yeah, that's what I said to TT Washington. He was supposed to be a lotto pick, and then he got injured,
but that's
and then
the
he fell
thing,
down
like,
to 29.
And my concern, to be honest, is that ankle injury. For some people say that the ankle injury isn't nothing, that it is just a, you know, it's not minor. Other people are saying that it might require another surgery. Like, it's weird.
Right.
So I want to, before I make any things on him, I want to see him. I want to see him on the court. I do think he could potentially be something for you guys. I do
I
think
guess
so.
the more real question I'm asking is, the Rockets originally got rid of Christian Wood to Dallas for a bunch of players that most likely will get released for salary cap reasons. And really, they got the 26th pick and out of it. And then the Rockets turned the 26th into the 29th and 2 second-rounders, and then got Washington at 29. I'm just wondering, you know, because at first everybody had Dallas winning that trade between the two. But given what the Rockets did with the pick, do you think, and what they got at 29, do you think that they salvaged out of that, or they still just kind of?
I mean, this is just me and Chris. I don't know if you disagree with me here, but I think both teams won because both teams are in different situations. Like, I think Christian Wood can help Dallas be a slightly better team, right? Like, obviously, they're going to have to make some more moves to, you know, go from there. But I do think, you know, that Christian Wood could help them. And then the Rockets wanted to get rid of Christian Wood anyway because they're trying to get even younger, right? And they ended up like getting something for. So in my opinion, I don't think that, I'm not going to say that they lost badly. I think it was a solid, you know, that trade was solid. And I think now looking back at it, I think it's still solid. If you want to say it's good, that's fine. You know what I mean? Like, I think Houston did, you know, they did what they could. And in my opinion, I'm more shocked and surprised that they still have Eric Gordon because they were trying to get rid of Eric Gordon. And to be honest, I'm more shocked that he's still there.
I kind of like him being there only for the reason of, you know, he brings a lot of vet leadership to that team. He teaches the younger guys a lot before he departs out of the game.
He just can't stay healthy.
Yeah.
That's been his problem his whole career. Because when Harden was there was times Gordon was one of your guys' top scorers, but he couldn't stay on the court.
When Gordon is on and he's healthy, he's a really freaking phenomenal player. But yeah, you're right. When he's injured, you know, that's what hurts him.
Definitely does. But let's stick with the Rockets because, you know, let's hop on it. John Wall, he's gone. They finally let him go. He says he intends to sign with the Clippers. Chris, John Wall to the Clippers. That doesn't move the needle at all, right?
I don't think it does much because he's another player that's been injury prone. So now you have three stars on that team that, well, if you want to consider him a star, but you have three top players on that team that are injury prone. Kawhi Leonard didn't play all last season. Paul George has had injury problems. And then you add Wall, who's had injury problems as well. And I don't know how Wall's going to fit in with them guys because he's more of a guy that likes to have the ball in his hand. And when you have Kawhi and Paul George on the court at the same time, that ball needs to be moving a little more. So I think it's going to be interesting how he fits in.
I'm trying to pull up the messages because I was talking to someone in our group chat yesterday. Can't remember who I was talking to.
I know some people think that it makes him a contender.
No. The dude I was talking to in our group chat, he was more debating, and this is the question I'm going to pose to you, Jen, and then obviously, Chris, I'm going to let you rebuttal, but he was basically he was asking what does this, like, you know, where are they going to put John Wall? And I thought originally, you know, I don't know if he'll probably will start. It was. I'm trying to pull it up because I'm trying to remember. All right, it was Chris Robinson. Shout out to that boy Chris. Excuse me. He then asked, "Are you playing Reggie Jackson over John Wall?" And I said, "It ain't prime John Wall, so he might have to come off the bench." But then he made a very interesting point. He said, "True, but I actually like Reggie running with the second squad. Plus, John Wall didn't want to come off the bench in Houston." It's that first part that's kind of interesting because Reggie Jackson leading that second unit, in my opinion, I like that. So, Jay, do you think the Clippers start John Wall just so that way they can give this guy, they can give Reggie Jackson the lead of the second unit, or are you having John Wall come off the bench?
I'm gonna tell you right now, there's no way in hell John Wall's coming off the bench. Then I'll tell you why. Because Houston said they went to John Wall at the initial beginning of it all. They said, "Hey, look, we got Green, we got Kevin Porter Jr. We're not looking at having you on as our starter because we want to develop our young core as the starters, and then just have you come off the bench and do the relief and give them rest or whatever. But we're really looking to develop our young core." That was the whole point when they blew up, when Harden left, or when Westbrook left, and then Harden left, and then Daryl Morey left. The Rockets then said, "Okay, we are now in full rebuild mode. There's no more Rockets as we know it. We are in straight rebuild." And so they went to John and they said, "Look, John, we're rebuild. We're going to develop our young core. You're going to have to come off the bench if you want to play and give them the rest." And John Wall wasn't having that. He's like, hell no. No, I'm good. I'll just sit out here on the sidelines and you can pay me. And that's what the Rockets did. And so if that's the case, how the hell is he going to go to the Clippers only to go to a backup spot, which he didn't want with Houston to begin with?
And here's why I think him coming off the bench for the Clippers has some validity to it. We're talking about Houston, who, and this is not me making jokes or trying to be rude, but
no, it's all good.
They're rebuilding. They're not a good team. They're not going to be anywhere near the playoffs.
Right.
They're rebuilding. Yeah. I think John Wall saw that and he was like, "Why am I going to come off the bench for a rebuilding team?"
But he wanted to come off though. He said he wanted to come off. He said he wanted a starting role. That's what he wanted, regardless.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. Like,
he said that.
That's what I'm saying. He doesn't want to come off the bench. Like, he's gonna want to start. Like, if we suck, I'm gonna get my minutes. But if you're going to the Clippers, I use this term very loosely, championship caliber team, and I use that term very loosely. I think since the Clippers are better than the Rockets, he might be enticed to, at the bare minimum, hear out that conversation.
I mean, I see your point. I do. I see your point. I just, in my heart of hearts, and I might be wrong, and I think, obviously next year will be the telltale sign, but in my heart of hearts, I don't think that's what John Wall is comfortable with, and I don't think he's going to do that. But again, I could also see them saying, "Okay, John, I'll tell you what, since you're now here at the beginning of training camp, we're going to go to training camp, and if I'm the Clippers, I'll say, okay, you two battle it out, and then we'll see who we put in as a starter." But me personally, I just think John's not. I think it's going to be hard for him to stomach coming off the bench. And if he does come off the bench, I'm just saying, I'll be the first one to tell you, I was surprised that I didn't see that one.
He might come off the bench because the Clippers are, like Pride said, Clippers are a better team. But I agree with what Chris Robinson was saying about Reggie Jackson. You put him with that second team and let him run with them guys, he might be in the conversation for sixth man of the year.
Yep. That's what I was thinking. That's what I was thinking. Again, me personally, I don't know how it'll work, because if John Wall's coming off the bench and they're losing, he's probably gonna want to be like, "Oh, I need to get my minutes, blah 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 blah." But me personally, I don't even know what John Wall can even bring. I agree. You know what I mean? Like,
hey, no, Pride, watch this. I see them going to John Wall and convincing them to come off the bench Like I see the Lakers going to Westbrook and saying, "Hey, we want you to come off the bench." I don't think either one of those two guys' pride is going to want them or allow them to want to do that.
Okay, so Sanders says the rumor around the NBA is that this version of John Wall is going to be the best version of him. A lot of players been saying he's been putting work in the gym. Let's see, because we also got to remember he's right before they pulled the plug on him, he got hurt. So,
well, one, he's had a lot of rest, so from a rest standpoint, his body should be good. But however, his game time conditioning, I think, is what is going to be the bad fall for him.
Right, and again, like,
and how well was he taking care of his body last season when he wasn't playing at all? You know what I mean?
Not only that, what's John Wall's motive? And what I mean by that is, does he want to come out and prove he can still hoop? Or is he kind of just like, all right, look, man, what do you got to need from me? And I'll do it.
Yeah.
Like, that's another thing, too, because we've seen multiple times where players go to a situation to go to a team, and they're only doing it to, oh, yeah, look, I'm betting on myself. Sometimes it works. Sometimes it doesn't. I think John Wall plays a minimum 20 minutes per game.
I mean, you know what? And I can even see the Clippers telling John Wall, like, hey, look, maybe we have you come off the bench to start because we know you need to get your legs underneath you, get your game time conditioning, such and such. And then let's try it from there. I can even see them making that approach to him. And I think if they maybe made that approach to him, maybe he considers it. That might be the only way he considers it, is if he's looking to get his conditioning before he takes on the full starter role, if that was the case.
If I'm John Wall, I take that offer. I come off the bench. I say, look, give me 25 minutes a game at least. You give me 25 minutes per game at least as a starting point. I'll come off the bench. I'll get acclimated, and then when I'm good, put me in the line. Put me in the starting lineup.
Yeah, and maybe even if I'm the Clippers,
that might be good. It might be good for him to run with the second team to get his timing and everything back.
Exactly. So, to Jay McLevin's point, that actually might be the smartest thing he can do. So that way he gets up under him. And on top of that, now he's already played with the second unit. So now let's say something happens and he needs to lead that second unit. He already kind of built some type of rapport with them where now he kind of understands them a little more, right? But and this is no disrespect to John Wall, but in my opinion, he's not that needle mover. Where
he's not.
On Twitter, a lot of Clippers fans are like, "Yeah, we're winning. We're winning it all." And I'm like,
"Yeah, they think they're championship contenders now." And I'm like,
dog. Like, I don't know. Like, I feel like
you got 3 players that you're lucky if they play 60 games a season.
To be honest, in my opinion, I still think they're a playoff team, but I don't think that they're not a championship team.
Yeah, no, I agree with you. And then maybe even the Clippers, just to kind of give a little bit of substance to why I want you to come off the bench. I mean, hey, look, even Steph Curry came off the bench when he was getting his conditioning back. So why don't you take that same route?
I mean, listen, man. If we're gonna be honest, bro, if Steph Curry can come off the bench, I mean,
anybody can come off the bench.
If he is gonna come off the bench and be happy to come off the bench, I don't want to hear no one complaining about nothing. I don't want to hear a single soul say anything. I don't want to hear a single soul complain about nothing.
Pride. You got to admit, it takes when you're at that level of superstardom, you got to admit it takes a special person to take on the bench role the way that Steph Curry did, and then do what he did, and then come back to the finals and win the MVP. I mean, in my opinion, and I'm not a Golden State fan, but I do like Steph Curry as a person, and I like Steph Curry as a basketball player because I feel like that's a true leader. A true leader can show you, hey, I might be Steph Curry, but I'm not too good. I can't come off the bench and come back. I mean, and I think he shows you all the facets of that, and it's a beautiful thing to see, honestly.
I mean, my relationship with Steph Curry is well documented. I hate him. I hope
But
when
you
he
got
pours
you
himself.
hate it, but you got to respect that, though, right?
I hate him. I hope next time he goes to pour himself a bowl of cereal, there's no milk. I don't even want to be expired. I want there to be no cereal. And then I want him to see an empty glass on the table. And I hope his daughter drank the rest of the milk. That's the type of hatred I have for this guy. I want straight up inconvenience. I don't want death upon him. No, I want inconvenience. I want him to go to a place to get gas. He forgets his card, and he's still got plenty of gas to get home. But I want him. I want him to try to fill up, and I want that place not to have Apple Pay, so he cannot pay. That's how much. And I want him to inconveniently have to go back home to get his card. That's how much I don't like him. But I will agree with you.
Hey, Pride.
The
I got
fact-
2 things to say. One's a comment, one's a question. Number one, mad respect to you for shaving that head. Mad respect. This is the first time I've seen you since you had that scallywag of a haircut that we were trying to decide if we could twist it or not twist it. And I just want to say on record, man, that if I could plead to your fiance, soon to be wife, God forbid, don't ever let the hair go back to that. Keep it this way. It looks good on you. Bro, it looks good on you. And no homo, but it looks good on you. By the way, I have no problem with homo. But it looks good on you.
I'm gonna let my hair. The reason why my hair grew like that was because I had gotten my hair braided when I went to Connecticut, but I forgot to cover it, so it had gotten all messed up. And when I came back down here, I couldn't find anyone to braid it. Like nobody was taking, nobody knew. I was like, that's crazy.
Yeah,
I was looking.
Somebody knew. Well, you turning down money?
I guess so, but I ended up, and it's crazy too because I had found this girl who braids hair. She actually lives across the street from my mother-in-law, and I had actually made an appointment with her the Sunday. I think it would have been game 7. Yeah, I think that Sunday would have been game 7.
Right.
And I had it booked for in between the game. That's how confident I was we were gonna win, and then we lost. So I had to let her know, dog. That's a negative there, Ghost Rider. Like I can't get it braided. And she was like, "Why?" I was like, "I shaved my head." She was like, "Why would you do that?" I was like, "I had lost the bet, and I had to commit. I was in too deep." Robert,
we mentioned Steph Curry name, boy. I'll pop up.
Hey, let me just say, man.
You know what else is funny about that haircut?
Pride, you got off the hook easy. That son of a gun that went out there and got that championship tattoo of the Celtics on his body. Look at that mess.
Bless his heart.
Hey, and what was funny about it was when Pride was telling you guys he wouldn't go shave his head. He had everybody all.
Yo,
man, I was mad. I was so mad. I got a lot of pride.
Pride told me, Pride told me, I'm going to shave my head. I'm just going. I was cracking up.
Hey, listen, I was going to take out a full Facebook ad about how I hated Pride. And then my wife said, Jay, we got to buy underwear next week. You can't do that. We ain't got the money.
I remember.
It was Pride's response, though. He was like, you know what? You're right. I'm a piece of shit. I lied. I remember because it was funny because I'm texting. I'm like, oh, I'm gonna rile him up. And then I remember Jay, you had said something, and I was like, oh yeah, I lied. I'm not a man of my word. I'm a piece of shit. I'm a liar. I'm not doing it. I remember doing this, and I was like, hold on. I need to tell someone I'm doing this, so that way, like, you know, I can be like, yeah, I riled you guys up, and I was always gonna do it. So I tell Chris, and Chris was like, I thought you weren't gonna do it either. I was like, nah. I was like, I'm a piece of shit. Yeah,
you told Gonzo?
I am. Yeah, I told Gonzo because I was like, I need someone.
Yeah, because Gonzo won't tell nobody. Gonzo's deep down underground. He ain't telling nobody.
That's why I was like, I need someone with me.
But hey, my question is this, Pride, and I put this on unscripted a while back, but I never got to hear your response on. I want to get your response on what exactly, given what the Celtics did against the Warriors, how they played. You know, they did get 2 games out of. Do you think the Celtics are good and just stay where they are and just we live to fight another day, or is there somebody you think that they need to bring in to take them to that next level?
Well, I mean, to be honest with you, I think
I think it's a mixture of both. And what I mean by that is I don't think we need to go out and go get a max player. We don't got to go get a guy like Zach LaVine. We don't got to move heaven and earth to go get Bradley Beal. Like we don't really need that. We just need 2 more role players that fit what we have because we already have buckets. We got guys who can give a good as buckets. We just need another big because, again, if you're going to rely on Al Horford to do again next year what he did this year, you're out of your mind. Yeah, you're in big trouble. He might be able to give you a game or 2, but to expect that all through, like, for like the second half, what he did the second half of the season and the entire thing he did in the playoffs, you got to take a little bit off of him. So I would
remember he's going to be 36.
Right. I would get another big man, right?
Let me ask you guys a question too. The Rockets brought in the big from that Dallas trade, which I think he kind of gets released, and it kind of goes along with what Pride was saying, bringing in a big. Now I don't know if this is the big you want. Do you think Boban, that 7'4" guy, do you think he's just a gimmick?
He's a gimmick.
No, I don't.
Is he just a gimmick that people just put at the end of their bench to say they got 7'4" on there?
Yes.
I mean, or is he legitimately
he's the
right now? He is. Yes.
He was the Taco Fall of the Dallas Mavericks.
100%. If we were a game, he would fit that Taco Fall role where everyone would love him. We would cheer for him, but we wouldn't want him in a game.
Yes.
That's
he's
really
not athletic enough to keep up with. He's big, but he's like one of those big giants. Like he's an actual giant.
Basically,
like
now he's getting older.
5'5".
Right. In order to get the best from him, whoever is our guard is gonna have to hold the ball and wait for a Boban to cross half court.
Right.
And then they bring the ball up. And that's gonna be too many turnovers because that's gonna be like a 5 second thing going on over there, dog.
Yeah. Because I had an argument with my uncle last night, who's an avid sports guy as well. And I said, man, they're going to release Boban. They're not keeping Boban. Oh, no, they're going to keep Boban because he'll be that guy that can give you a couple of minutes. He'll take some fouls, whatever. I said, no, Uncle Ted, they're not keeping Boban.
No, Boban is a gimmick. Hey, Chris, I know that's a Reds hat. I was about to say, you got on the Chappelle hat? You cold, my boy.
No, it's actually a Indianapolis Colts hat.
Okay.
Got the state of Indiana in the center of the sea there.
What up, Sam?
Yeah,
By the way, real quick,
the
Jay,
man with the
your
magic
logo.
voice. Oh my God!
before I forget, Jay.
Every time I hear Sam speak, I feel like Sam and Rob could just read the phone book and I'd be happy.
Yeah.
Sam,
Thomas.
that voice, man.
555-6413.
I think we need to get like another big, a PJ Tucker. I wouldn't mind.
Nah, you gonna need somebody bigger than that.
Mm,
If y'all can get like a Miles Turner.
no, but I don't. But that's the thing. I don't want to trade anything because where we are right now,
Yeah,
I think we can go into the free agent market
yeah.
and get some guys in the free agent market that would do what we need.
I've
You
heard
see what I'm saying?
I've heard rumors of Brogdon going to Boston.
I'm scared. What are we giving up? I'm not giving up Marcus Smart. I'm not giving up Jason Tatum. I'm not giving up Jaylen Brown. All you Celtics fans who want Jaylen Brown gone, shut up.
Why do people
Shut
want
up.
Jaylen Brown gone?
I don't know, man.
Jalen was the yo hero in the finals.
I don't know. I don't know why they want him gone.
I got nervous when Jaylen Brown touched the ball. I'm like, bro, it's hitting tough shots.
Bro,
I've got a
Celtics
thought
Twitter,
about that.
like, dude,
What?
Celtics Twitter is like, oh yeah, what about him for Kevin Durant? I'm like, are you sped? Why are we gonna do that?
No.
What are you doing?
I saw a graphic that compared the same first finals for him and the first finals for Kobe Bryant, and they were almost exactly the same.
Oh yeah.
I'm not saying he's going to be Kobe Bryant or
Nah,
the
I see what you're
next
saying.
or
I see what
whatever,
you're saying.
but it's one of those calm your horses. All right. It was his first time on the big stage as like the final two. He's gonna do great things. He does great things all the way up to the point of he didn't really produce in the finals. Ease up.
And that's what I've been telling. I think he'll take that next level when he can truly be consistent. The consistency is the only thing for Tatum that I want him to work on. If he gets that consistency on the production level down, the sky is honestly the freaking limit for him.
Hey Sam, we're gonna get these 6 games and pretend that's what he did the rest of the playoffs.
Yeah, well, and let's look at it this way: each player has a different point in their career and a different level that is their hump. Basically, they've got to get up over that hump. Michael Jordan was eliminated in the first round 3 times. All right,
It took him 7 years to win.
And I believe twice he was swept. So let's not go say, Michael Jordan went from the beginning of his career just dominating. It took him some time, some adds to his roster.
It took him time, Sam. Now, I love you, Sam, but it took when Jordan got to the Bulls, that was a rebuild team.
Oh,
too.
sure.
So you can't use them rebuild years as legitimate years.
No. I'm not saying the rebuild years even, because you know what?
Yes, you can. And I'm gonna tell you why. If he's that guy, he would have brought him there. If he truly was a superstar,
by himself,
he would have carried him by himself. You don't need anyone.
If
you're a superstar, you only need yourself.
Where I start the comparison. Pride, are you done?
I'm not going down that rabbit hole, Pride. You can't get me
not
down
yet,
there.
Sam.
No, what I was going to say is I'm talking about once the team is an established perennial playoff team. Once Michael Jordan was on a team that was making the playoffs every year, they still struggled for the first 3 to 5 years. That, like you said, Rob, what was it, 7 years?
Mm-hmm.
So, I mean, give him a chance. This is his first finals appearance. Don't throw him out based on, like you said, Pride, his one finals experience. All of a sudden that took away everything that he did leading up to that point.
By the way, the Indiana Pacers, their general manager said the team is not looking to trade Miles Turner. I love the NBA.
He's been rumored in trades for like the last 2 years.
Oh God, he has been. All of a sudden now they're like entering his final year.
We're going to keep him. Hey, you know what though? Can I say this? I heard you guys talking about the Clippers and Rockets and the John Wall situation. You don't even know if Kawhi is going to play next year. That's still up in the air. Like,
I mean, that is
like
true.
I said,
I've heard
they said that he hasn't touched the basketball yet.
Yeah,
he's not ready.
Some people say he hooping like nothing. Others say he ain't ready at all. So that's a weirdo situation over there with Kawhi.
I think Kawhi might retire.
Yeah, I think it's time for him to just go on ahead.
I think he might retire. He ain't been the same since he stepped on Zaza Pachulia's foot.
Yeah, that's true.
I hate to say it because I feel like he had so much game, but if you can't get that knee right for a guy that's already like Kawhi is like strong, but you can't get the knee right, dude. Like every time you look up, the man hurt. He worse than AD.
No, it's not like that. It's not like that. No.
Oh, it's worse than AD, bro.
No. I can't. I gotta defend Kawhi. Kawhi does load management. AD real life hurt. AD real life hurt. All right.
Is it any better though that you sitting out when you?
It is better. It is better. You want to know why? Because I know the next game Kawhi playing. I don't know about AD, and it's coming from an AD fanboy. I love me some AD. I love AD, but when AD he steps on the court, his ACL is gone, his MCL is gone. He's like Cody Rhodes. He's just painting his pec and pretending he tore his pec. I'm not falling for a Cody. I know you're trying to work me, brother. Like MJF called me a mark, and I learned. You're not catching me, Codester.
I think AD just thinks about putting his shoes on and he rolls an ankle, doesn't he?
Oh, damn.
When he rolls out of bed, he rolls an ankle. Like, it's just ridiculous.
Hey, I gotta go real quick because apparently they're going to the beach. But I just got.
Oh God! Don't leave that image in our head. Jeez.
I know. Hey, listen, it's like a giant porpoise just rolling around in the sand trying to find the wet spot. It's horrible. It's horrible. I would not wish that on anybody's thing. My wife says I drink too much and I make sea turtles in the sand. I don't know what she means by that, but there is a large hole by the time I get up out of the sand. So I'm gonna take her word for it.
Hey, by the way, Jay, I'm not making fun of you because look at me. I'm the same way.
No,
don't worry, Sam.
Like
when you come to Houston, hey, real quick, when Sam comes to Houston to help me build my music room, I'm taking his ass down to Galveston, and we're gonna make sea turtles together. So it's gonna be awesome.
Yes.
but real quick, Sam.
Yes.
Robert, and of course Gonzo, Pride. Anytime you see Frankie in a group chat or on a podcast or anything of anything nature, please ask him to explain how you go 16 no-hit innings and you're a Yankees.
Okay.
how are you a Yankee and get no hit for 16?
And then I want you to ask him how 6 out of the 16 innings of no hit ball was by a guy who played for the YMCA going up against Cortez, supposed Cy Young. You ask him that. You just ask him those 2 questions.
Pride, you got issues. I want you to know that.
Hold on, no. This is the exact message. So that way, no one. At Frankie Cruz, how are you? And I tagged him, by the way. How are you a Yankee and get no hit for 16 innings? How 6 out of the 18 innings was pitched by a bum asking for a friend? This is the first time. This is the first time when I say
that was a legit statement.
This is the first time when I say asking for a friend, and I'm legitimately asking for a
You
friend.
mean it. You mean it this time.
This is the first time that I actually meant it. This is the first time. This is like uncharted
Asking
territory.
for a friend.
Hey, I appreciate that, Brian. Hey, if there's nothing else, I know 2 things. If you say something controversial, or if you want said controversial, just tell Frankie or Pride. I promise you, it'll be in the group chat within 3 seconds. Bar none.
100%. Yeah. By the way, his response was, "Ask Jay how he go to this. How he go to this series? What 4 times and only won 1, losing to both Nationals and Braves. Ha ha, bums."
We've been there before his ass. Hey man, I love you guys, man. Y'all have a good show, man. Pride, Gonzo, Sam, Rob. I'll catch you guys on the flip.
Yes, sir.
Enjoy your vacation, my brother.
All right, see you later, Jake.
Oh, yeah.
What a guy. What a guy.
He's a hoot and a half.
You know who else is a hoot and a half? Kyrie Irving. That weird. Jesus Christ.
Oh, you talking about Mr. Opt-in?
Oh my God, the earth is flat. Open your third eye. Like, what the fuck in the world? This dude.
Nice catch, by the way, there, Pride.
Thank you. I try. Listen, I'm gonna tell you guys something. If you guys ever want to laugh, listen to Kyrie Irving when he's serious. It is the funniest thing in the world. It is funnier than anything else out there. He is opting into Brooklyn. Sam.
Yeah. I still
The
think
Brooklyn Nets are just like they're just basically just a team desperate to not rebuild, right? Like they're rebuilding next year, right? Because Kyrie's walking.
I think they're going to they're trying to hold on and it's like the people that are the teams that back in the the Cubs, let's say it this way. I've experienced it with the Cubs back in the late 90s or whatever. They're adding big names a few years after they were any good. And Durant is probably the best of those 3. And he isn't blowing smoke up my skirt, really, honestly. So yeah, I think they're rebuilding. They just don't know it yet.
Chris, so Kyrie, obviously there's still those rumors that supposedly he is, him getting traded to the Lakers is supposedly still on the table. Whether or not it's true, God knows, because Woj got fooled. I don't know if y'all saw, he got fooled by Ballsack Sports. Man, that Twitter account is taking over, bro. You think Kyrie finishes the year, Chris, with Brooklyn?
No, actually, I don't. I think he might end up getting traded by the trade deadline to the Lakers. Maybe I don't. But only thing I don't know if that'll happen is because of the Russell Westbrook contract. So it could. Irving could end up on the team for the whole season, and then they'd have to take the chance of losing them next year. I was surprised he opted in. I really thought he was going to drag it on a little bit longer and not opt in and take his chances. But I don't think there was a whole lot of teams interested. From what I heard, the Lakers was the only team that was interested in trying to do a sign and trade. So yeah, I think he realized he didn't have as many options as he thought he had.
Yeah. So basically what happened was that obviously Miami and the Clippers and the Lakers were all interested. The Lakers went to Miami and they were like, okay, we want Butler, a hero. And I think, bam, they were like, any combination of those 3, is a starting point. And from what I understand, Pat Riley laughed and hung up. The Nets then went to the Clippers and they were like, hey,
What do you want to give up? And they were like, look, brother, Norman Powell. I don't know. Like, they don't really have any picks. They don't want to give up any players. And then the Nets were like, all right, how about Paul George? They hung up. Then they went to the Lakers. And then this is where it's funny. The Lakers offered a package. I think it was centered around Russell Westbrook. I think THT was in there. I think they threw in a pick. And the Nets said no.
The Lakers tried to give them the same. Lakers tried to give the Nets the same package they were trying to give the Pacers for Turner
and Healed.
Yeah.
Yep. It was that same
package.
It was the same package, but Brooklyn said no. So then Brooklyn then went to Kyrie and was like, "Look, you got no buyers, brother." And I think Kyrie understood that and was like, he then kind of started using his own people to kind of feel around and said, all right, go feel around or whatever. And they were like, look, if you're a free agent, sure. But
he was going to lose so much money too. Because like if he went to the Lakers as a free agent, he was going to lose like $30 million.
Yep. And when he realized that, he was like, all right, cool. I'll opt in and go from there, which, consequences. Sam, because I know you got to head out. Let me get I want to ask you one quick question.
Sure.
One quick question. Because this is going to be the next topic.
Oh.
As a matter of fact, Rob, are you there?
I'm here.
All right.
Kyrie
to Brooklyn. Is Brooklyn still a threat in the East or no?
You asking me this time? Because you said
I'm asking Rob.
Okay,
I'm asking Rob. Yeah, I'm asking Rob.
As currently constructed.
Yes. Rob, I'm talking about right here, right now.
Yes.
Okay. I hope Ben Simmons comes and is a bum for Brooklyn, gets traded.
I do too.
MVP. I hope he when Ben Simmons wins the MVP, I'm gonna be there in his corner.
You know what? I forgot he played for them. You know why?
I'm glad you said that, Sam. I'm so glad you said that. I want to play a game with you guys.
Okay.
I'm going to lift. I'm not going to tell you who this individual is. I'm going to tell you some stats, their career trajectory. I'm not going to tell you the team that they played on. Okay. I'm going to try to keep it as vague as possible.
Are you just going to give us Ben Simmons stats?
No, I'm not. You got me. No, I'm not. I'm not going to do that. But I'm going to list out some stats, and I want you guys to tell me if you believe this guy is a Hall of Famer. Okay?
Ooh.
Right? So, this is a guy who's been on 2 teams in his career, was a borderline superstar when he was on his first team. He, at the bare minimum, was a star. Some people called him a borderline superstar. Okay? Went to a second team. He kind of was part, of the team, and they kind of were. He ended up winning a championship with this team, right? Obviously, he had a sacrifice, so his stats took a hit. He's got career averages of 17 points per game, 2 rebounds, 2 assists, 10 rebounds, so double. 82% from the free throw line. This is a guy who, I want to try to keep it vague, but it's kind of scary.
Can I say this?
Go ahead.
It's hard to just read off stats because a lot of players' stats won't match their actual contribution on the basketball court. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. On his first team, he was 19. What was it? 19, 2, and 12. So 19 points, 2 assists, 12 boards.
Well, at least he was consistent with the 2 assists.
Yeah, he was consistent. That's my point right there. Shot 45% from the floor.
Oh, who are you talking about?
Huh?
Let me ask this. Did he actually play for 2 teams, or was he drafted and then traded?
No. So he was drafted to 1 team, spent 6 years with his first team that drafted him. Then this one might snitch it out, but I don't care. He ended up getting traded to the team that he ended up winning a championship for. If that didn't just snitch me out, I don't know what will. Let me bring up some of his accolades.
I know you ain't talking about Anthony Davis. He averaged more than that, didn't he?
No, I'm not AD.
Okay.
All right, so let me list off some of his
Two
accolades.
teams.
Where is it? Awards.
Where's that old man with no nipples? Where'd he go?
Oh, he already left, brother. He already left. All right. So, like I said, he won a championship, right? He's a 2-time All-NBA second team, 5-time NBA All-Star. And the NCAA, he was a first-team All-American. He was Pac-10 Player of the Year. And I'm not saying the college because, like I said, once I say the college,
You ain't talking about Kawhi, are you?
no, he's in the Hall of Fame for his college.
Duke.
He was on the 2010 FIBA World Championship team, and he has an Olympic gold medal to his name.
He played
Is
in
this
the
man a
Pac-12.
Hall of Famer?
Played in the Pac-12.
Yep.
Man, who you
How
talking
many-
about,
how-
man?
How many championships did he win?
One. He won NBA championship.
How
And
many
you say
All-NBA
19 points the first year, 17 the second year.
No. The 19 points was 6 seasons with his first team.
Right, the first team.
With his
I said
first
the
team,
year.
Yep, it was 19
First team.
points.
So you averaged
12 boards,
19,
2
10, and
assists.
2. Then it was 17, 10, and 2 with his second team.
16.
16, 10, and 2.
You talking? Is it Andrew Wiggins? Is that what you're talking about?
No.
Wiggins has been with 3 teams.
Yeah, he's been 3.
He's a bum. I say
Yeah,
that as
Someone's
a
about to
as a
get
Boston Celtics
freaking
fan.
paid, dude.
I say that as a Boston Celtics fan. So ignore
I
my
know what
comment.
it was.
He's a bum that's about to get paid.
No,
Paintball.
but before y'all try to guess, is this guy a Hall of Famer, Chris?
I can't
Is he
get
honest?
off the stats.
I'm
I got a
gonna
eyeball
say.
test, bro.
I'm gonna say no.
No? Okay. Sam, you're saying no?
No.
Rob, what are you saying? Is this individual Hall of Famer?
Nah, it sounds like he's gonna be struggling getting in the All-Star game.
Okay.
He
so
made
no?
5. Didn't you say he was a 5-time All-Star?
Yeah, he was a 5-time All-Star.
19, 10, and 2, and 16, 10, and 2.
Played in the Pac-12. Just
What's his position? Can I ask that?
when did he win this
Center
supposed
power forward.
championship?
I can't tell you that because once I tell you when he won it, I'll tell you he won it with his second team.
Did he win it more than 7 years ago?
Ooh,
No, it's within
It's-
7 years.
It's tough, bro. I can't
It's
really
within
say
7
that. I have to know everything.
I'd
Frankie,
have
is this individual Hall of Famer?
I can't give an answer.
Yo, you got me thinking Matt Hart. Like you said what? It's like 7 years ago.
It's within 7 years. It is within
Yeah, so
7
you got me like going back 7
who
years,
are
like
our
from
last
who won
champions?
like championships and shit. Like, yeah.
And you said he was an All-Star 5 times?
You talking about
5 times.
Kyle Lowry?
No.
giving
Kyle Lowry's been on like 8 teams.
giving the biased data that you're giving. No, he is not.
Right.
Frankie, is
Based
he a Hall
off
of
the
Famer?
based off the data.
Yeah,
you give.
based
That's
off
a
the
great-
biased
I
data
love
because
how
you're
you guys
picking
are
and
giving-
choosing.
How is it biased? Oh,
No,
hold
you're
on.
picking and choosing what data you give us, so it is a
Oh,
bias.
but
It's not
give
not,
me-
not in a
what I'm
negative way.
saying is
You're
tell
trying
me-
to trick us.
No, I'm not trying to trick no one.
Oh,
If you
are.
want certain stats, you tell me what stats you want, and I'll give
You're
them.
tricking us.
All right,
Yeah,
what's
we need
his,
stats
what's his
guy.
speed
You know what
guard?
stat I want? I want his
What's his
height,
speed guard?
weight, and his college, and then maybe
Rob,
I'll-
we need that guy, bro. We need that guy up in here. Where's
I know.
Dustin when we need him?
That guy would have known that shit.
He would have got it right. He would have got it right out of the way. Like what?
Eddie would have said it in a way he was like, "You're talking about so and so."
And then he'll throw in the facts like he played with this team in his first career and then got traded to this team.
He'll be like, "Facts, he did win the Pac-12, but he also."
So I
had
got to know
so-and-so
who this
on his
is
team."
before I leave, Pride.
But okay, I'm gonna give you each one more guess. Chris, I'm gonna give you one more guess. I'll throw out a couple more things. He shot for a career 82% for the free throw line. Where is the field goal? He's 44% from the floor, 37% from 3.
You say who?
I don't know.
What? Wait, repeat that. Repeat that, Pride.
That he's 44% from the floor.
Let somebody else go. I'm
37%
still
from,
thinking.
from 3, and he's played in his career. He averaged 30 minutes per game. Where is it?
And he won a ring with the second team, right?
Yes.
Easy. KD's bum ass.
No, it's not KD.
KD ain't never averaged no
Because he's been on 3
points
teams.
and then
He played in the
16
Big
points.
12.
Yeah.
I don't like
Rob
KD,
got-
Frankie, but let's be real, bro.
Rob got tight like, yo, he ain't never averaged 19 points.
Nah,
You crazy?
KD ain't average no 19 points. All right, Sam, man. Salute,
He
man.
also won most improved player of the year. Let me see what else I can fish up for you guys. This is fun. I'm gonna start doing this.
I don't know. I
'Cause
don't
this
know
is
who
fun.
you're talking about.
This
I
is
really
fun.
don't.
This
And I'm
is
Yeah,
trying to.
because it's really hard. He said it within the 7-year span.
Yeah.
You gotta think who won a
he's still
championship one
he is
time
still playing. He's still playing
for that second team, or he's with a different team.
for that second team. He's still
Damn.
playing for that second team. He's only been on 2 teams in his entire career. Oh,
What
love
year
this
did they
game.
win the championship?
I can't tell you that. I can't tell you. I can't tell you that. Because once I do that, I'm snitching myself out. He was all NBA rookie second team. Let's see what else.
Let's go through the last champions. You got Golden State.
Yep.
You got Milwaukee.
Yep.
You got LA.
Yep.
Toronto.
Yep.
Golden State.
Yep.
Golden State.
Yep.
And Cleveland.
Yep.
And then Golden State again.
And then, or you know,
Yep.
all we do is win, no matter what.
Well,
Man.
first of all, stop that weed talk. And then after Golden
I do
State,
it now
was the
to
Spurs.
troll y'all.
It was the Spurs. It was somebody on the Spurs.
Nah, he said last 7 years. Spurs ain't won in the last 7 years.
I love
The
this game.
Spurs-
I'm playing this game with y'all again.
The Spurs
Alright.
won a championship before Golden State did.
This
But
is your
that's not
final.
within the last 7 years.
It's been the last 7 days. I'm gonna give you one last hint. I'm gonna tell you his stat line this year.
Okay.
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 13 points per game.
Oh.
Okay. 2 assists per game. 7 rebounds per game.
Oh, easy. Chris Paul. No, I'm joking.
Foul.
You don't have a ring. No, I'll just play.
Foul.
Well, it's definitely not Westbrook because Westbrook, he don't have a ring. You said he won most improved player too?
Yes. He has
And he's
most
still
improved-
playing with his second team.
And he's still playing with his second team. I love this game. I'm playing this game with y'all a lot more often now.
Fuck
And
you,
it's
Brian.
not
Doing the
not
show and I
Jordan
come in
Poole.
here. I'm too high for this shit, and it's early.
Wait.
He won an ESPY award, the Arthur Ashe Courage Award.
Ooh, ooh.
You know who it is. Yep.
Hold on, bro.
Yep.
Oh my god.
I know you know it.
Oh, it's on the tip of my fucking tongue. Excuse my
Hot.
language.
Red hot. Red hot. Red hot.
Oh my god.
Red hot. Red hot.
It's pissing me off right now.
Is it Kevin Love?
Yes, sir.
I was about to say yeah. I was about to
Kevin
say, like,
Love.
it was on the tip of my tongue, bro. Like,
Yep. That's why I didn't
Once-
want to say nothing because, like,
well,
it
once he
was
said the SB
2016.
and then the name of the award, I'm like,
Yep.
yeah, I definitely know it.
I didn't want to say because 2016 is when they came back 3-1. So I was like, as soon as I say that, I was gonna stitch it out. 2 teams. He was in Minnesota.
And
Then
then
he
Cleveland.
was in Cleveland.
And he still plays for
And
Cleveland.
he still plays in Cleveland,
Yeah.
right? He won most improved player. What was it? 2008, I think it was. I think it was 2008. He had won.
He's been an all-star.
5-time all-star.
times.
Yeah.
I believe
Okay.
2 times he did it in Minnesota, and 3 times. in
Yeah, I
Cleveland.
think it was one after that year. He had that epic game, 31 points, 33 rebounds or something like
Yep.
that.
That was a good one because you had us all try to think who won championships and
Yep, he was an NBA All-Star 2011, 2012, 2014, 17, and 18. Won most improved player in 2011. Was NBA All-NBA second team in 2012 and 14. Was All-NBA rookie second team in 2009. He's in the UCLA Hall of Fame.
I think he's a Hall of Famer.
What? How the turntables? Interesting.
Well, it's different when you mention them because now you got to think about all of his. If we just going by those stats, then it's different. But you got to think about like when he was Kevin Love was a dog, bro.
No, he wasn't. He wasn't.
He just couldn't. He just wasn't the winning. Like, but like as far as he gave everything he had for Minnesota, bro. He gave everything.
Minnesota ain't have
nothing.
Minnesota ain't have nothing. They still don't have nothing.
I know that's not his fault. He went to somewhere else and won the ring. He was a contributor. So you can't say that LeBron wins that ring without Kevin Love and his contribution.
He doesn't. He doesn't win that ring without Kyrie.
Please stop saying that because that's the reason Kyrie head is big like that right
Exactly. And I'm gonna keep saying it.
You don't even believe in yourself, bro.
He just wants to troll KD.
Bro, you don't even understand. You don't even understand, bro. Like, yo, bro.
And you got and when Love got hurt, it was a big deal. You know what I mean? That was when they were saying that the reason the Warriors won was because Love and Kyrie were out.
But you know what, though, Pride? I will say this.
I don't know if he's
It's a lot easier to get in the NBA Hall of Fame as opposed to like an NFL. Like NFL, you really have to like dominate at your position. And the NBA, the fact that he's been the 5-time All-Star, he's an NBA champion, most improved player, that alone will get him into the Hall of Fame. And he won a gold medal. So you know how it is in the NBA.
It's just interesting. It's just interesting. I told you all this stuff.
But it's hard. You got to eyeball test players too. You can't just read stats. That's the problem with the analytic guys. They just read off stats, and that doesn't tell you the complete story of what this player contributed to this team. If you read off Draymond's stats, you're going to say Draymond is not a Hall of Famer.
He's not.
I bet you Draymond make the Hall of Fame.
Only because he's on Golden State because of the championship.
It doesn't matter.
It does matter.
He's gonna be a Hall of Famer.
It does matter. You can't say, "Oh yeah, look at the stat," when the stats aren't bringing him into the Hall of Fame.
Let me ask you a question: Is Robert Horry in the Hall of Fame?
You better put that man in the Hall of Fame. He got 7 rings.
Should be.
If we put Draymond in there,
Draymond in the Hall of Fame, Robert Horry has to be in the Hall of Fame.
I agree. I agree. That big shot, Bob.
We need to roll out the record.
Big shot, Bob. I was just watching that game where Shaq tipped the ball back to him, and it just went right in there shooting. Bro, that boy hit some big shots, boy.
Stop lying, bro. You wasn't watching that.
I stay watching Kobe highlights, bro.
Stop lying.
I almost start tearing up every time I watch it, bro.
You were watching Care Bear, bro.
No, I was watching Teletubbies. Don't tell nobody.
Hey. Right, so stupid.
Oh Lord!
You Google piece of shit. My name is.
Hey! Speaking of Teletubbies, did you see they showed that the kid that was in the sun, the little baby that was laughing, now has a baby? That shows me how old I am.
Damn, shit. Rob about to start applying for Social Security.
I swear, boy. I'm telling you, I'm like, hey, you young critters, get off my grass.
That's insane, bro. All right, so I want to, Frankie. I'm glad you're here because I want to make your life miserable.
Oh, Frankie,
it's not gonna work. My life's already miserable.
Guess what, Frankie? I didn't see the whole game, and I don't know if this was the most recent game, but I saw your boy Judge with the walk-off home run.
I think that was 2 days ago.
Yeah, bro. That was that was 2 days ago. Yeah,
I saw the highlight. I was like, hey, he was like no hit throughout the game, and then he said, "Don't worry."
Yeah,
I was surprised he didn't pop something.
Wasn't it like a three score home run?
It was a 3-run. Yeah, it was a 3-1 home run walk off against the Astros.
Yeah,
which, by the way, I'm glad you brought it up because Jay left real hostile, and I'm really upset that the fat man with no nipples had left when I come on. So I'm gonna go ahead and I'm just gonna say, how does it feel, Jay? Right, to go to the World Series so many times and just have one ring to show for it, just one. The Red Sox won't let that happen. The Yankees won't let that happen. I don't think any other team will let that happen. I mean, even the Cincinnati Reds won't let that happen. And then you lose to the Washington Nationals. The Washington Nationals. Guys, take that in for a minute. The Washington Nationals beat the Astros.
Wasn't that
in
the
World
Washington
Series.
Nationals that traded Bryce Harper because they said they were
Yes. Yes. the year after. That was the year after they traded Bryce Harper away and then beat the Astros without Bryce Harper. Imagine that. And then 2 years later, I think they lose 4-1 against the Atlanta Braves. Freddie Freeman and the Bro, I'm done. I'm done, Jay. For now on, stop putting the Astros on top every time they win. It doesn't matter if they win. They're not winning the World Series. Like I said, they have one ring to show for it, and it's collecting cobwebs right now.
Frankie, I'm glad you're here because I want to get you even more upset. But
yeah, what's up, Pride? Try to get me more upset, bro. Do it.
I got you, bro. I got you, bro. But
Do it.
before
You know
that,
what?
bro.
Fucking kick this shit in my house.
Ladies and gentlemen, Frankie needs to cool off, so we'll be right back.
Get ready. This summer, the Arena League Sports is on ASAP Network. Tune in live on either the Tiki Live or Roku app, as well as your smart home TV.
Whole sports all plays. Whole sports all plays. Whole sports all plays. 365, we making a plays. You talking the game, get you to the days. We're high in the court, the dime in the lane. Variety topics, living the same. All presentation, sports information. Hitting the airways, taking the nation. All sport, all plays, they working your faces. Grace at the field, so tie the laces. Whole sports all plays. Whole sports all plays. Network. We on top of our game. Whole sports all plays. Whole sports all plays.
Ladies and gentlemen, I was gonna wait because I just wanted to I just want to upset Frankie. But lo and behold, the man who has been on my mind for some time had decided to make his appearance. Ladies and gentlemen, it is that man, Fredward. Freddie, my guy, how are you doing today, brother?
Oh my God.
So I guess you're here to partake in this fun conversation.
What are we talking about next?
Oh, you already know. So, matter of fact, let's do this. Let's put you guys down there because that's where you're gonna be in the rankings.
Hi, Freddie.
Down there.
Because what's up,
Russ
ABCDEFG boy?
Russ has opted into his contract with the Lakers. It is going to be a repeat of this year, a horrifying disaster. I'm all for it because I just love it.
Oh, Russ opted in?
He opted in, brother.
Why would he turn down $47 million?
Why would the Lakers give him the option? Shoot. Fools, bro. They're on shenanigans, brother. Freddie, before
he looks so sad.
He's so depressed. Before Freddie, I let you speak your piece, Freddie. I just think it's funny because
I ain't gonna kick a man while he down.
But but you've been curb stopping me ever since the Celtics lost. I don't want to hear but a word from you, Robert. You've been curb stopping me. I got a concussion, missing teeth. My jaw is broken. My nose is over here. I got a fractured orbital socket. I'm a mess. And you're still stopping. I don't want to hear nothing. Frankie, are you there, brother?
Yeah, I'm here.
Okay. So, the best point, according to Freddie and Frankie, the best point guard in the NBA, Russell Westbrook.
Mr.
Hold on.
Hey, don't call him Westbrook. You saw how he came for Skip. He goes.
And right here, funny part. Skip. And listen,
hey,
love him or hate him. You gotta. Skip was like pop. He was like pull up.
Skip
you ain't doing nothing. Pull up. And Russ.
About how you the most overpaid player in the NBA. I said, oh Lord Jesus.
Listen, I will say this about Skip. Whether you love him, whether you hate him, this man don't run from no smoke.
No smoke. He want all the smoke.
He want all of it, no matter the player, no matter if. Remember back in the day when he was calling Chris Bosh Spice? And Chris Bosh ain't like, he said, get on the show. What Chris Bosh do? Got on the show and Skip face to face was like Bosh Spice. And now what? Straight up. Listen,
I will say Russell Westbrook come off a little bit too sensitive, in my opinion. That's just
100%.
Oh yeah,
100%.
Hey, y'all better stop. The new media is gonna get us.
Draymond better get his bottom lip before he mess with me. He better stay in his lane.
Yeah, let's talk about Draymond. Let's talk about that podcast.
He got big Kendrick Perkins. He got big KP coming after him. He had Kendrick
Perkins so tight.
Nah, he
put out a video. He put out a video and he deleted it, by the way, real quick. I think ESPN was on him like, Perk, what are you doing? So he deleted it.
Oh, but Perk was like, the chocolate too, boy.
Bro, I'm gonna tell you right now.
Perk's response was wild, bro. Wild.
Hey, Perk was ready to take this to the streets.
Yo, Perk was ready to drive to go to San Francisco and look for Draymond. Like, let's handle this right now, bro.
He's like, pull up.
Yo, he was like, yo, pull up. Like, Perk wanted the smoke, and all of a sudden, Draymond.
Perk
looking shaky, baby.
Hey, no, hey, Perk was like, you
canceled his next.
Like you cute or something. He said,
canceled his next
I had
podcast.
My life before I had the money. I've been here. I was like, oh, Perk, talk your shit. You say you acting like you fine or something.
Perk was, I've been piping it when there was no water in the pipes. What are you talking about? I bet with this one. He's like, what you?
Perk had me down, though, but he did look like a fool with the jail jumpsuit on, though.
You said what?
He did look like a fool dressed like a prisoner.
Who?
Perk talking about some, they getting locked up.
Oh, you know what's a fool? Draymond for opening his mouth.
You know who else is a fool? Steph Curry.
You know who's a fool?
Come
you
on,
know who else is a fool?
On,
Actually,
bro.
no, you're right. Steph Curry's a fool.
Frankie, let's stop the hate. Let's stop the hate.
I'm with it.
Stop the hate. Stop the hate. We trying to help y'all out by diverting the subject away from the Lakers. I can bring this subject right on back.
Go ahead. You know what? You guys gonna go right back? You guys gonna go right back?
E40 thinks he got some jokes this morning.
Hey. Guess what? E40's a winner. I can't say that about the Lakers.
Well, that's
hey, you got to let go of the Jerry West, Will Chamberlain, Magic Johnson Lakers. Let's talk about the Lakers today.
If you count your old team, the Chicago Bulls championships, plus your new team in the Golden State Warriors championship, add them together, we still got more than you. So try again.
Ooh, get him,
Ain't y'all one of the oldest franchises in the world? Matter of fact, y'all used to be the Minneapolis Lakers. That's all I'm saying. Y'all that old. Hey. Let's calm down now. Still
the Lakers.
Let's calm down now.
Still the Lakers.
The only reason I got the little love I got for the Lakers is from my boy Kobe.
Because I can't always be in the Bay, and I know how the Bay is the Bay. Let me hear you say it wrong. Let me hear you say it wrong.
I told you.
You say you.
Matter of fact, I'm not even gonna call you ABC. You Ruben Studdard. You was out there apologizing. He told the Lakers, "I'm sorry for Westbrook." Oh,
you know what? Pride, put me on the big screen, sir. I got a public announcement. Let's talk about Russell Westbrook.
Oh, hot take moment. Hot take moment.
Stuff, Freddie.
Do the hot take. Hold on.
Hold
on, Freddie. Don't you. Nope. Wait a minute.
Freddie, you gotta get the hot take intro, man.
Floor is yours, sir.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls of all ages, and all kind of creatures that's out there in the world today. The purple and gold, the Los Angeles Lakers, Hollywood, Lala, Showtime, Kobe and Shaq, any era of basketball, LeBron James, all of them.
The first team of the West.
Yes, we seen Russell Westbrook opted in his contract. I mean, we all knew he was. Who's going to throw $47 million away? I mean, come on, pump the brakes just a touch.
Brother, real quick, you look like Kendrick Perkins. You talk like Stephen A. I'm all for it, bro. I'm so intent, bro. You got me. Go ahead. Go ahead, Freddie. Go ahead.
You know what we're going to do? Russell Westbrook is coming on a revenge tour. He hear all the talk. He hear all the smoke. He hear it all. He's coming for a revenge.
That's a true Lakers fan. He say,
no, Rob, give him time.
Don't interrupt my brother. Do it, Freddie.
Guess what we're going to do this Friday, Frankie? We're going to put the right supporting pieces around our big three. We're going to space the floor. Look for us to go out to get guys that can actually shoot. So just get ready. Get set, because we about to go. And we're going to show you why we are Showtime. And we're going to show you why we the Lakers, because we know how to win.
Lake Show, baby. Yo, pride.
All sports, all plays. 365, we making up plays. You talking the game, get you through the days. We're high in the court, the dime in the lane. Variety, topics, living the same. All presentation, sports
And
information.
that has
In the
been
airways, taking the
the
nation. Sport, all
hot
plays.
take of the day. By far the worst take I've ever heard in my
Hey,
Freddie, that was
boy,
beautiful,
we done
Freddie.
bought out Freddie Luther King.
That was
Lord,
Freddie, that was
Freddie Luther King.
You know what,
Jr.
Freddie? I think I'm being too hard on you. You know what? You're right.
Freddie up in here, bro.
You're right. Russ is on a revenge tour. You're right. Unfortunately for you, the revenge is going to be on the Lakers because the Lakers don't win. That's what it's going to be. And it's going to be a rich team on the league. It's going to be on the Lakers.
They mad, Freddie. They mad. They mad, bro.
You know
Calling
what,
it right
Brian?
now.
When things don't turn out the way that you wanted to, Chris
Correct.
and Rob, way y'all wanted to turn out this year, when the Lakers actually make a run at something and look like a horrible team, you don't have to deal with me.
Lakers are just gonna make a run to the
You
hospital.
don't have to deal with me, Frankie, and other Lakers because we
Let's
gonna
go.
come and we gonna let y'all know who the
Look here,
hell
man.
we are.
Look.
Let's go.
here, man.
And Chris, don't even talk. You're Indiana. You're a Pacers guy who's been on a rebuild for 15 years.
Hey,
Cut it
we'll be
out.
on a rebuild
Next.
every
Oh,
year.
yeah.
Next.
Hold on.
Next.
Time out. Y'all
Next.
been rebuilding 80%
Hold on, okay.
of the Genie Bus
Okay.
era. So please, your corner, go back over there, brother. Go back
But
over
guess
there.
what?
Yeah,
The
yeah,
Genie
the
Bus era, we
Celtics-
won the
yeah, the
championship.
Celtics-
What have y'all done? Oh,
You're right. Listen, you guys won in 2020. That's your ring, okay? We
Exactly.
just lost in the finals. That's fine. I'm
Exactly.
with it.
And Rob,
It's
Rob,
okay.
don't even say nothing, bro. You had to switch teams to be a champion. Stop.
Swiggity Swooty coming for our booty. Look here, man. Look, I just want to say one thing, Chris, because you
Make
said
sure.
they were making runs to the hospital.
Hey, Frankie,
If I could coin
you're
a
not even
phrase
from
from CM
LA.
Punk when he
Calm
was
down, bro.
had his feud with Kevin Nash, they're not gonna run. They're just gonna briskly walk to the hospital because they really can't do nothing. Like, I have no faith in this Lakers team. I have no faith in Russell Westbrook. It's weird to me. The two guys here that were anti-Russ all of a sudden are like, he coming on a revenge tour. No, we not. He not
just
coming. He
haven't
not.
heard.
And who's available that the Lakers can afford that they can bring in that's going to make them better than what they were last year?
You know what, Chris? Let me tell you. You want to go there? Let's go. Let's talk about it, sir. First of all, we need to work on spacing, in my opinion. So the more we space the floor, the better. Where Russ
Okay.
can do his things, Anthony Davis can
All right,
do his
so-
things. So hold on, Pride. Let me.
No, I
answer
just want to
the
answer
question.
something. I know.
I'm going to answer the question.
I
You
know,
gonna
but
sit
I'm
back
asking
and
you
you gonna
something.
be
I
quiet
wanna
and
ask you
continue to
something.
look like Kermit the Frog. So let me
Woo!
talk. Now let me
Like
talk.
Kermit.
But like I was
Freddie is
saying,
feeling himself.
but like I was
I
saying,
was just asking.
we
Hold
don't
on,
need
Freddie.
Dwight Howard to put with Anthony Davis. We need somebody to be able to
Asking a
place
question to
the floor
clarify,
at
Freddie.
the 5. And to me, that's the Mo Bamba. If they can go, and he's been rumored to be interested to come there. If
I
we
thought you
ever
needed
get
a shooter.
Didn't Mo Bamba shoot like 39% from 3?
He hardly shoots the ball.
But still,
He's
at the
not a
end of the
volume
day,
shooter.
But you still got to respect his 3 ball.
No, you don't.
I don't need the center. I don't need my center shooting 5, 6, 8 threes a game. I just need to be able to know when he's over there that, we pass it to him, he can knock it down. But like I was saying, Mo Bamba, a young.
Mo Bamba is their saving grace, Rob.
So are you going to let me talk or are you going to continue to talk?
I'm gonna continue to talk.
Well, I'm gonna talk over you.
Go ahead,
Mo
go
Bamba
up.
is a young, versatile big.
No, he's not.
A guy that can space the floor. That's going to make it easier for Russ. That's going to let
For
AD
Russ,
do his
Russ
thing.
what? To miss
You know
layups?
LeBron going to do his. Look at Brian Forbes, a guy that shot 41% from 3. A young guy that can knock it down.
A young guy's gonna
Malik
want
Monk.
money.
No, he's not going to want that much money.
He's
Malik
gonna want
Monk,
money though.
he's not going to want that much. Malik Monk came out yesterday, said that he's willing to take less money to come back to
And
play.
Malik
for
Monk
the
was so
Lakers.
nice. Where were y'all last year with him as part of your big 3?
Yeah, but guess what? He's sometimes he looks like at
Malik
times he look like our second option. Damn it. And number 3, I can see
Monk is your second option. Good luck.
I can see a Kevin Love coming to LA to team up with LeBron. We seen him and LeBron working out about a week ago. He still showed that he got some left in the tank. I wouldn't rule out a Carmelo Anthony coming back. We got to get some young wings out there. I mean, there's people out there that can help build this team to take us back to the glory land. And Damian, shut your troll-looking ass up.
Oh, Lord Jesus.
Freddie is on today.
Oh, God.
Yo,
So
Freddie, you sent out an email to all of us, bro. Did you sign that? Did you sign that?
Hey, I've yet to drop an F-bomb or anything, Frankie. Now have I?
I just want to say one thing, man.
He said your troll looking at.
I just want to say one thing.
I'm sorry. Hey, Freddie just went hard in the paint, Lord Jesus.
I see him coming at me
You
this
want to know
time.
why? You want to know why, Rob? Rob, you want to know why he's because this isn't passion.
Talk yourself.
This isn't conviction, but this is fear. The only thing you have to fear is fear itself, and the fear is coming over this horrible cesspool of a franchise.
Or the only thing you have to fear is Westbrook pulling up for a 3-point shot.
No, Westbrook having the ball, you need to fear. That's it. He got the ball. You need to fear it.
No, that's Jason Tatum because it showed in the finals that he feared touching the ball.
I wouldn't necessarily say that because hold on. He led all playoff players in points and assists.
What about in the finals?
He also led
in assists.
He also led the NBA history of most
turnovers.
In
correct.
postseason.
He led them in turnovers as well. Yeah. Which that's just simple mathematics. When your usage percentage goes up, so does your turnovers. That's simple mathematics.
You know one thing, my best player, when he gets to the finals, we know what he's gonna do. We don't know what yours gonna do.
Who, Bron?
You talking about the
Who's
same
LeBron? Who's our best player on the Lakers?
Talking about LeBron, right?
Who's our best player on the Lakers, Pride?
LeBron. It's LeBron by a long shot.
Freddie gonna try to say Russ. That's what you trying to do.
No, I'm saying LeBron.
Set a punchline. Set a punchline. That's how you spit that. Come on, bro.
He just went hollow.
We know what my best player is.
Hollow the Donna. Oh, see, I watch you, RL. I know where you got that from.
Have y'all noticed since I came at Damian, he's been quiet in the comments?
Spitting for a boss. You
that's a kick case. See how easy it was to predict that?
I know. I watch you, RL.
My fault. I'm done. My fault.
Oh, okay, we got to do a rap battle show.
Rob.
Hey, you will win, Rob. You eat 40, brother. You will win.
Freddie. I just want to say this.
It's not fair for my brother Pride to go against
Freddie.
you.
Let me tell you something. I've heard that before. That joke is not funny. It's not funny. I come from Chicago where we talk about people all the time.
Why you still bring up Chicago?
It's not funny, Mr. Studdard.
Frankie, you live in New York. The only thing y'all know is for having roaches. Come on, settle down. I don't mean weed. Come on, let's get it together.
Pride, you're from Connecticut. You brought the roaches to South Carolina with you.
They got pet rats. I was in New York. I walked
I didn't even
around the
bring him,
corner.
but that was my pet
I
Larry.
was like, oh, Lord Jesus.
That was my pet Larry. He escaped. We got APB out for him. Don't worry about us down here, bro. Don't worry about us down here. But Freddie, real quick, bro. I find this funny. Hey, yo, Freddie, what? Rob, he changed your name.
That was funny. That was funny. Now let me change your name, baby.
He said, "Let me change your name."
And the funny thing is, you look like a Reuben.
Hey,
now change it back now. Change it back now.
I just think it's funny. When I met Rob a year ago, he said he came in the interview, said this. My name is Robert Scott. I'm a huge Chicago guy, huge Chicago Bulls guy. Blah 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 blah. Then all of a sudden, he switched harder than I did. Damn it!
And now he uses the excuse, I got love for my city. I got love.
Oh, I always gonna have love for my city, but everybody who knows me knows.
I wonder who's more loyal.
I got receipts, Freddie. Unlike you, I got receipts from 2015.
I wonder who's more loyal to you or
that
Jimmy
said
Glover.
that Steph Curry was my favorite player. You don't have receipts. All we know is you loved Aaron Rodgers, you loved the Giants, and then you switched to the Rams a week before they was in the Super Bowl.
Who changed? Hold on. Tell me real quick. Who changed Freddie's name?
I didn't even put that. See that? Look at that. Look at that.
Now because I just saw the private chat. I like to look at it, and all of a sudden I looked down. I'm like, wait a minute, what? And I read it, and I'm like, what?
I changed my name back, but look at
what the hell? Yo, but nah.
But I don't care. I digress. Guess what? We're gonna win again next year.
We?
Who's we?
Yeah. I ride with the
He's still
Golden
using the we.
He's
still using
you
the
didn't
we.
hit. Did I stutter?
The Chicago Bulls?
They not winning nothing no time soon, my boy.
I thought he said we.
They not winning nothing no time soon.
So who's we?
Guess what? When Tampa Bay win, we just won a ring. Guess what? I ride with Tom Brady. I've been riding with Tom Brady. I gave not really. I gave ASAP.
Oh,
I gave ASAP the math equation that TB equal TDs. I gave y'all that equation. You should say thank you, Freddie.
Rob, you just wishy-washy.
How am I wishy-washy? I told you I don't like teams. I like players. I ride with players. I ride with Tom Brady. I ride with Steph Curry. The two men, like Skip Bayless would say, the two men in sports I don't bet against. I don't bet against Steph Curry.
So don't say let's go. So don't say
I bet with
Bucks.
Steph Curry and I win like
go.
I just won. I bet with Tom Brady and get a double or nothing win like I did when they had Atlanta beat. And when Atlanta had them beat, and I called my boy and said, let's double or nothing right now. And Tom Brady came back and won me my bread. That's what we
last night. I was so happy that we didn't sign John Wall, and I was praying. I said, "Basketball gods, please let Russ opt out."
Why would he do that? That's $47 million.
Because I mean, hey, if you think about it, if you're a person that can't handle the pressure, a person that did not like how the fans were treating you. Because I got news for you, Russ. You play the way you played last year, they ain't gonna light up. They probably gonna double down even harder.
And can I speak for Russ? You don't give a damn about fans when it comes to $47 million.
Well, I'm saying if you couldn't handle the pressure, where you want to be sensitive, you want to go at Skip Bayless and be. I mean, because he looked real sensitive. I mean, it is what it is.
You talking about Draymond or
Russ?
No,
Russ. Because at the end of the day, as long as they're not talking about your family, they're not talking about your wife, your kids, or anything like that, all of it's acceptable in my eyes. And to me, and Skip Bayless, hey, Westbrook, that's about you. That's basketball. It's not like he attacked your character or he attacked you, the man. He attacked you as a basketball player. And could you, let me just ask yourself this. As many times as Skip Bayless go off about LeBron, because this man religiously talks about him.
He made his career talking about LeBron.
How many times have LeBron responded to Skip Bayless throughout his career?
He don't go back at peasants.
So
that's the
I mean, Russ, you got to be better, bro.
And
I need to see you, Russ. I don't need to see you tweeting or anything. I need to see you in the gym trying to improve your game. Work
like LeBron is with Kevin Love right now.
Man, and AD, I need to stop seeing you play video games. I need to see you on the court too.
Nah, go stream on Twitch, brother. Go be
Terrence. No, don't stream on Twitch.
No, we have Freddie. We have seen pictures of AD on the court training early right now.
Yeah, we have, but I need to see more. I want to see videos.
I need videos. Yeah,
he better not train too hard.
He do look smaller though. I will say he lost some weight.
You said like Klay Thompson. Klay Thompson needs to train real hard. We need
old
Klay.
So he gonna
hold on. I just heard the word deal. Freddie, the floor is yours.
I want to make a deal with you, Rob.
Woo!
And I'm on to see if you accept this trade. Because we all agree Klay Thompson is not the same Klay Thompson.
Oh no, we're not getting rid of him though. So you might as well not even.
We agree that Russ. We agree that Russ isn't the same.
Oh my God! But right now, Klay Thompson is still way better than Russell Westbrook.
Way better.
It's not even close.
I'm okay. Hey, Freddie, before you even complete your bar,
I'm not going to say way better, but you got a young guy down there, Robert Jordan Poole, that you going to have to get.
Nah, I'm straight. I still want to keep Klay.
Freddie, if this is the tactic you had selling cars, bro, it's no wonder you ain't got that job no more, bro.
I want to.
This is a horrible pitch.
Hold on.
Because you won't let me explain the pitch.
Hold on.
This is a bad pitch.
I'm trying not to be loud yelling, Freddie. But
they're saying that. Hold on, but if Klay was to be on a different team, do you see him going to the finals or at least winning one?
I don't know about that, but his team will be over 500. His team will be over 500. His team will be over 500.
Not because of him. Not him. He won't be the main reason.
If he's not the main one, he's a focal piece in it. I promise you that.
Yeah, y'all tripping, bro.
He'll be a solid third option.
Y'all
Stop,
tripping.
yo. Listen,
Y'all
if you
tripping,
want to say
bro.
that, fine, whatever.
Maybe
You're
now,
right
trying
now.
to do
maybe
that
this Clay
to
will be a
protect-
third option, but Clay in his prime, bro. Y'all tripping.
That's what we talking about, Rob. We can't
talking
go
about
with
now.
that.
We talking about now. We talking about right now,
Even
Clay.
if he talk about that,
Rob,
come
I
on,
know
bro.
your glasses is that thick. You
And I
can see
think-
the
I think-
past, but we not
I
talking
think
about the
Clay's gonna
past.
be better
We're talking
next
about the
season.
future.
I'm on the jury's still out, in my opinion, for Clay, because I don't know if this is the Clay we're gonna see forever, or if he wasn't fully healthy going into
Hey,
everything.
bro, listen,
A lot of
man.
times you come back better that second year.
before I
Freddie,
say
you steady trying to throw jerks in there. Listen up, Sherman Clump. Stop playing with me, okay?
No,
Freddie,
no, Rob.
Freddie,
No,
real talk,
Rob,
Freddie.
bro.
No,
You
all
too
jokes aside,
bigger than
Freddie.
me, bro.
Real
You
quick.
can't
Stop
call
playing.
me.
No.
Real talk.
You
You
can't
can
call
see.
me clump,
You
bro.
can clearly see in the
Period,
face
Janet
that you
Jackson.
bigger than me, bro. Stop playing.
Bro,
You can see
we
in
go
the face.
get on the scale. I bet you way more than
You
me.
look,
I bet
you
you.
look like Theodore A. Alvin and the rest of the chipmunks. Come on, now. Let's not go there, bro. I told you I will hurt your feelings, my guy.
Wait, hold on. Did you just say- hold- yo.
I will hurt your feelings, bro. Let's not do that. Let's not do that on ASAP TV.
Hey, at the end of the day, Rob.
Let's not do that, bro. I made a
Don't
living
do
talking
what?
about people. I made a living doing it. Don't do it to yourself, bro.
Rob,
Don't do it to yourself.
I don't want to hurt your feelings, bro.
Don't do
I
it
don't
to
want-
yourself,
I don't want
bro,
you to
'cause you
turn
steady
into
trying
me.
to throw them little
I don't
slick
want
jabs.
you to
talking about
turn
your
into
glasses
Mr.
stink and
Sensitive
everything,
like
bro.
Russell Westbrook.
You up here looking like Professor Clump and you talking about, boy, come on.
Rob, you got rolls, bro, down
Come
your
on,
side.
now, bro.
Chill.
Come on. You got hot dog rolls.
Chill, bro.
Boy, I almost want to give you
Chill.
one. Come on now. Let's not do that, bro.
You don't want, I
let's keep
promise
it,
you, you don't
let's
want
keep
it.
it sports, because you keep trying to throw them jokes in there. I am not him. I am him. Don't do that,
We know
bro.
you
Don't
are
do that,
him.
bro.
We know.
Rob,
We
Don't
know.
send for me unless I call for you, my
Rob,
boy.
hold on, Rob. Say that line one more time.
I'm not him. I am him, bro. Stop playing with me, bro.
Rob, I'm taking that line. You mind if I borrow it?
You can borrow that anytime, I got.
Rob, I don't want you all in your feelings. Getting
No,
all
I'm not in my
like
feelings,
Rob.
but I keep hearing the slick jokes. I'm like, Freddie must think I'm that dude to talk about. I am not him, bro.
Woo!
My bad,
Rob,
E40.
Rob,
Side.
Rob,
from the south side of Chicago.
Finish it with the flip.
Yeah, I'm just saying, bro. We all
Man,
cool.
put
I
them
love you
bird
guys,
arms there,
but
bro.
let's not.
Ain't
do
nobody
that.
care what Marcus Spears saying up here.
Let's not do that.
Bird arms.
Yeah,
Yeah, you know.
Rob, I'm gonna need Reverend Rob to come out, bro. You turned into Southside Rob quick, bro.
Real quick, yo.
My bad, Marcus Spears. My bad. But like what I was saying was, hell, I forgot what I was saying.
All right, big baby, let's do it now. Let's not do
No,
that.
this is all I'm saying. This is all I'm saying. Right here, right now, Klay Thompson is better than Russ.
I disagree with that.
There's again, 2
Without
weeks
a
ago you
doubt
were
of a
screaming.
doubt. Clay is way better than Russ.
He
right
do
now.
one thing better than Russ. That's it.
He does.
He
Bro,
defends
he won.
better than Russ. He shoots better than Russ. He doesn't turn the ball
He
over
shoots
as
free
much as
throws.
Russ.
Yeah, I was about to say
bro.
he doesn't turn the ball over. Okay, he's a better free throw shooter, better 2-point and 3-point shooter,
Better defender.
defense. What are you talking about? One.
And yet Clay looked
Right.
like Russell Westbrook in the playoffs.
Smarter
I said what I
IQ.
said and I mean
Hey,
it.
And
but
right here,
guess what? At the end of the day,
right
you
here,
But
holding up a
we will
trophy.
say that we've seen Russ be a number one option on the team and take a team to the playoffs.
I don't
We never
think
see
Russ
that
has
on
ever
film.
had a trophy.
And okay, hold on, no, time out.
I mean, he would if he was riding
No,
Steph Curry
Rob,
and Kevin
no,
Durant.
Rob, hold on, Rob.
He
Hold on,
went
Rob.
LeBron.
Rob, hold on,
He
Rob.
should
Rob,
have
hold on.
won.
Rob, hold on, Rob. This right here is where Freddie becomes a hypocrite and contradicts himself when he loses the argument and then he wants to change the narrative. Because remember, Rob, earlier when you said Klay in his prime was that dude, what did Freddie say?
We
We're
ain't
not
talking
talking
about
him in
Klay
his
then.
prime.
We
We're
talking
talking about him
Klay
right now.
now.
Don't bring up the OKC stuff because we're talking about right now. Because after you left OKC, where did he go? Houston. Is he on Houston now? No. Where did he go to that? The Wizards.
Washington.
He on the Wizard now? No. Where's he at? LA. He's been in LA. It's gonna be his second year in LA. Don't do that, man.
I'm
That's
surprised
why
he
we
made
don't
it
trade
to the
him.
year
We might
two.
trade him.
And he's played with both LeBron and KD and hasn't won a championship.
Oh God, like come on, like be honest, man. Be
That's
honest.
bad.
I
That's
understand.
bad.
Listen, Freddie, you try. Listen, I know what Freddie trying to do. He trying to swindle somebody. You know, he trying to swindle. You know, he trying to go out there and you know try to get some stuff so that way you know he can get rid of Russ. I get it. But sometimes you just gotta be the Houston Rockets. Cut your losses, man. Just cut your losses. It is what it is.
Did Frankie run Jay McLevin off the show?
No. Jay said from the jump that he was only going to be here for a little bit. He wasn't going to be here the whole time.
Good, because if Frankie would have made him run, I was probably going to get a text of him. Nothing. Never mind.
Hello.
Carry on.
Yo, Freddie.
I just thought Frankie hurt his feelings. That's all.
Nah, not because as soon as
he was going
actually,
to the beach.
Jay had left, and then Frankie came on here.
Because I seen Frankie in the comments say, "I'm on my way," and then all of a sudden.
Oh no, he put that after Jay McLevin left.
Yeah.
He put that after.
So Frankie, you were scared of Jay, so you didn't want to pop up on him while he was here.
Oh, he nervous. Jay got him shaking, baby.
Oh.
That's the rumor going around here. I don't know if it's true or not, Rob. I don't know if it's true or not. I don't know. Rumor has it though. Frankie, nervous every time he's around Jay. That's the rumor going
Frankie
on.
ain't talking crazy.
See, he ain't respond. I guess it's true. I guess so. And Frankie, don't be ashamed. I'm scared of everyone. I'm a bleep all the time. I'm a bleep. I can't curse. So
I'm a bleep.
I go bleep now because I can't curse. But I'm a bleep. So I know when I see one, Frankie. You feel me? So come on over. It's
don't
okay to be a
forget to send me
bleep.
this invite on Fast Break. Hey, I had fun on Fast Break.
You better be it. Oh man, that's the first day of free agency too, huh?
Oh, the 30th? Damn, bro. Dude's gonna be going crazy.
Hey, I'd like what you think about Christian Wood with Luka now?
Man, it's all right, bro. I mean, he's gonna help offensively, but it don't accept it don't fix the problem defensively. They couldn't. I mean, he can't guard anything. He's gonna be able to score, put up buckets. But what about
they might lose Jalen Brunson, right? It's a rumor he going to the Knicks.
Man, the Knicks are acting like a college team, bro. They hired his daddy as an assistant coach. They scouted him at the games of the
They
playoffs.
shucking and jiving for this kid.
Yes.
They
think
shucking and
Jalen Brunson
jiving.
is he the answer?
Yo, apparently so.
They gonna put him with RJ. I know him, probably RJ.
Might be the best 1-2 combo in New York. What we talking about?
Jalen Brunson and RJ Barrett. Watch out.
Watch out now.
Watch
You
out.
know what? The Knicks was smart.
Hey,
You know
the
what
Knicks
they
are
would
back.
do? They would trade RJ Barrett, Julius Randle to the Lakers for Russell Westbrook.
No, they wouldn't.
He is trying to get rid of him.
No, they wouldn't. Listen, I'm gonna tell you this right now. If the Knicks really did that, we need to start a petition to send the Knicks to the G League.
Hey, everybody in the Knicks organization need to be drug tested.
100%.
Everybody.
No.
And we ain't looking for marijuana.
Rob, you know what we gonna do, Rob? You know what we gonna do? We gonna spike them because they already on something. We don't even need drug test.
That's
Spike
bad.
them, fire them, and let them fend for themselves. Because
That's
ain't no
bad.
way you finna ruin this. You want to ruin this organization? We'll ruin your life. Play stupid games, win stupid prizes. What we trying
Hey,
to do?
now speaking of that though, do you think Julius Randle suits up for the Knicks this year?
Yes, but I think it's awkward all year.
Oh yeah.
I'm talking about he hits a game winner, and everyone's gonna go, "Hey, yeah."
He's gonna be like, don't cheer for me.
Yeah, it's gonna be weird.
Remember, I think he actually had a moment like that, bro. Like when he was like, he did something, and then the Knicks fans started going crazy. He was like, don't cheer for me.
He was like, he don't want to, which I don't blame him.
I respect it.
Because I get it. At the bare minimum, at least he did it, and he's doubling down on it.
Yeah.
So he ain't trying to go halfway. So at least that. But at the same time, you gotta understand, bro. You play for a rabid fan base that, to be fair to the Knicks fans, he kind of wasn't a low. So if you play bad, they're gonna boo you.
Yeah.
Same thing with Lakers fans. Every time Russ plays bad, or if AD has a bad game, or he gets hurt, they get booed hard. They booed Kobe before.
Same way with Sixer fans.
Yeah.
Exactly. Same with Sixers fans. They listen. They booed AI before.
Yeah. Well, you
They
know
booed
what? Philly is a hard crowd. I mean, even when you look at wrestling, like if you don't perform well in Philadelphia, they won't let you hear it.
Nah,
I know Chris can attest to that one.
Can we send out some prayers for Brittany Griner?
Yeah, man, for real.
Because it don't look like that situation's getting any better. Just hopefully, that she can walk away from that and go back to her family and come back to the United States. It's not to me to change the narrative, but that's just
I mean,
I feel you.
It's bad, man.
But Yeah, but we all know the. We're not gonna go political, but we know the political side of it was going
Yep.
on.
Yeah,
and
it's a whole
everything.
bunch of it's a whole bunch of stuff. So, but I don't know if y'all heard this. Julius Edelman. I don't know who that is, but Julian Edelman. I don't know if y'all have heard about this. Marcellus Bennett. They call him Marty.
Yeah.
I think he was a tight end. And this was around the time that Tom Brady had gotten suspended for 4 games for Deflategate. And there were when Jimmy G had his injury, Marty came out and was like, he's a bitch. Straight up.
Hey, what he say now? He said you can't win for a quarterback.
Yeah.
Hey, wow, hundreds for that one, bro.
He didn't
Hey,
care.
don't come at Jimmy G like that. He's from Illinois. Don't do that.
Yo, he spoke his piece. Now, I forgot which podcast was it?
I Am Athlete.
Oh yeah, I Am Athlete. Yeah, they changed it some, so it makes me think there's the whole.
We used to fight to get a meal. Yeah, I like
but
that theme song.
they had showed. They had his entire statement written. Like
yeah,
what
Marcellus Bennett he didn't hold no punches, bro.
He ain't care.
He didn't pull.
Was it that the brother that and the Bears was trying to fight people? Bless his heart.
I think so.
But he ended up going to like he got the Patriots, and then the whole thing they basically typed up what he said and they showed it to Julian Edelman. He read it, and basically what he said was, in the nicest way possible, he's right. And the nicest way possible.
Here we go. Quote unquote. He concludes, I understand why Marty thinks like that.
Straight up. Straight up. So I personally believe, I'll be honest,
I think let's say it like this. I think the good things that have been said about Jimmy G has been because of his victories over Aaron Rodgers and the Packers. So that kind of overrides who he is as a quarterback. But nobody really thinks that Jimmy G is a world breaker when it comes to quarterbacks. He's a manager. He's a glorified manager of the game.
Can I ask you a question, Rob?
Yes, sir.
And I'm being serious.
Come on.
Who would you rather have as a quarterback? Jimmy G or Dakota Prescott?
Dak.
Yeah.
Well, you said Jimmy G over who?
That's what I'm saying. Oh, Dakota Prescott. Dak. Give me Dak any day over Jimmy G.
I think it depends on the system, to be honest with you. Because
I think Dak is a better quarterback.
I don't trust Dak for nothing.
I'll go with Jimmy G.
Me too.
For me, it comes down to, do you have a good running game? If you don't, I have because we've seen Jimmy, and this isn't because Dak Prescott is good, but we've seen Jimmy G when he doesn't have a run game, and he does not look good at all. So if you have a run game, I'll take Jimmy G. If you don't, I have no choice but to go Dak Prescott.
He also comes from that system.
Good. You said what?
Jimmy G also comes from that system because Belichick always kept maybe not the greatest running backs, but he kept
serviceable ones. Yeah,
serviceable running backs.
Bro. Let me ask you a question. We're talking about last year. You look at, the Cowboys. We know that offensive line has declined. It's not the same as it was a few years ago, but I mean it's still a respectful line.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
You have Pollard, you have Zeke, you have Amari Cooper, you have the other receiver they drafted a few years ago, CeeDee Lamb. You have you have weapons. Do you think Jimmy G would make them better?
Honestly, I think at best you're taking a step over. I think at best you're taking a sidestep. I don't and all this and I say that at best because it all really depends on, can Zeke be the Zeke of old? And if he can't, can Tony Pollard be the bell cow? And the reason why I say that is because, like I said, we've seen Jimmy Garoppolo
with no run game. He's horrible. He is awful. Awful. A combination of horrible and awful. Awful. We've seen him before.
You let your Boston come out with that one.
Huh?
You let your Boston come out with that one.
My fault, boss.
Awful.
But if it's like that, I mean, maybe I'll lean Jimmy G if you got a good run game. If not, I have no choice but to go with Dak Prescott.
Because one thing is with Dak, and I've seen the funniest meme on Facebook, but it made sense. Dak Prescott is the Russell Westbrook in the NFL. He put a lot of big numbers. And if you go by the numbers, you say, he'll give you the same impression Tony Romo gave. Because you hear people say, well, Tony Romo is one of the all-time great quarterbacks. Just look at his numbers. You look at Dak Prescott numbers, you think he's one of the best quarterbacks in the game. But if you look based off just numbers, a lot of his numbers come in crunch time.
That's just me, but I don't trust Dak Prescott for nothing. I don't trust
a lot
him.
of Dak's numbers come in garbage time in the second half after the
game. That's why I call him. That's why I call him GT.
And for all the problems Garoppolo has, look at San Francisco's record when he plays and when Garoppolo doesn't play. So I mean, even with all his troubles he does have, he still finds ways to win when he plays for the 49ers.
But do you think that was good to get Trey Lance?
I think no. I think they severely overdrafted Trey Lance.
Yeah.
Well, I think they trying to find a backup plan. Because right now, I mean, Jimmy G's still there. I mean, I don't know if people just don't want him because I mean, to me it's a bad look when the coach go out there, Matt Ryan, an older guy, versus Jimmy G, who's a little bit younger. And Matt Ryan's at the tail end of his career, in my opinion. I would have thought the coach would have probably got a little aggressive going out there, Jimmy G. But I mean, it got to be something. The reason why 49ers can't get him off the books is it Jimmy G, or they're just not sure Trey Lance is that guy.
I think some of it had to do with they're not sure Trey Lance is the guy, and also Jimmy G had that shoulder surgery. I think that kind of hurt their chances to trading him this offseason because people didn't know when he was going to be healthy and stuff because he had that shoulder surgery not too long ago.
Damien, I'm not talking about what Dak and Russ has accomplished. I'm talking about those two both put up big numbers. Let's not get it twisted. There was years where Russ will put up these big triple doubles. He put up 35, 15 rebounds and 12, 13 assists. That's what he put up big numbers.
Translate to wins.
But it didn't translate to wins. That's what I'm talking about. Dak Prescott,
he got numbers, but don't translate to wins.
Yeah, I mean, he have games where he throw for 300 to 400 yards a game. But hell, if you throwing about 150 yards in crunch time where the opposing defense is playing prevent defense, I mean, does that really prove anything? You're not winning football games. So that's it. That's the comparison I'm talking about. Frankie Yankees talking all that talk. I see him in the private chat. But man, you guys, this is another great episode of ASAP in the Morning. I got to get on here with Frankie, Chris, Pride, and E40. Anytime I can get on here and talk with these guys, it's a pleasure. I love to come talk to you. Russell Westbrook, you hurt my feelings, sir. You really messed up my day. I was having a great day until you messed it up. But we'll get better. We'll bounce back.
I want to talk about that, man. The impact of now. What do the Lakers do? We'll cover that next show.
You want to talk about
the Lakers do now?
Let's talk about it.
No, I'm just saying, what do the Lakers do now? What moves can you make to try to overcome the Westbrook virus? That's what I'm calling it.
Well, this right now, the Lakers just got to pray, bro, that Anthony Davis. We got to pray that Anthony Davis turns back into that Bobo AD. If he comes back to that Bobo AD, and we surround this team with the right guys that's going to be signing for the minimum contract, I'm not going to say they can win the championship, but they can make a run. But it all depends on Anthony Davis. If he can go back to that Bobo AD where he's just killing
some shooters too.
Yeah.
Right now, you guys need to. Is Kendrick Nunn coming back?
Yeah, he opted in.
Okay.
So
You
I
guys
mean,
need Davis and LeBron to stay healthy for
yeah.
throughout the season
I,
as
I
well.
think that Kyrie thing, and I'm gonna be honest with you, I never did think Kyrie was gonna come. I think he was just trying to use the Lakers to try to put pressure on Brooklyn to give him that long-term contract.
And they didn't
And
fuck.
once he see that didn't work, he like, we all knew he was. We all knew. We didn't think Kyrie was that dumb to take just $6 million. I mean, we didn't.
You never know.
You never know, but it's $6 million. So I just think he was just trying to use that for leverage. But I think the Lakers, I do believe was very interested because they looked at him as a get out of jail free card. Like, okay, we're able to get Kyrie Irving, that this changes the whole situation. Then maybe we do trade Russ and the smart thing to do, and I said this on my show, Laker Talk 101. The best thing for us to do, even as bad as it sounds, is to us Laker fans, we don't want to stay patient. Wait out another year with Russ. Then $47 million come off the book. That's money that we can spend next year. And you know what? If LeBron wants to leave, that's fine.
He gonna have. He gonna what 39?
Yeah, that's about 39 million. So that right there about to give us $80 to $90 million. And at that point, whatever star, whatever free agent out there, we can start going for them. We would love to have LeBron back, but we never know when it comes to LeBron. But if he leaves, we can go after whoever the big free agent is. And let's not get it twisted. People love to come to LA.
No, they're gonna bring stars.
Yeah, so
they're gonna bring. It's LA. First of all, you get to live in LA. Second of all, you playing for one of the most historic franchises in the NBA. So,
and then the best thing about it, though, Rob, even if we don't get a star, we could decide to even trade Anthony Davis, and that frees up more money. And whatever draft picks with stuff we can get out of him, then we can start building a team again to reload. We do. Right now it's going to be kind of hard. You kind of got to, try to put the pieces together, say a prayer here, say a prayer there. But next year it does get a lot better. It's all about do the Lakers have time to be patient? To me, in my opinion, they had a great draft. I love the draft. I love that Max Christie kid they drafted. He's a young wing, 3-and-D guy. I think they're going to depend on him a lot this year. Just like we did Austin Reeves. Even though he's 19 years old, I can see them relying on him. Shareef O'Neal, he's probably going to be a project in my opinion because we all know what the Hart thing happened a few years ago and his dad.
The Lakers drafted Shareef?
Well, they signed him to a summer league.
Yeah, summer league team.
Yeah, and it's the reason why his daddy didn't want him to come out of college.
Yeah.
I do like Scottie Pippen Jr. I do like him. We signed him into a 2-way deal. He's a point guard that he can see. Hey, the kid can score. I like him. And then we got this other dude, Cole. He's 23. He reminds me of a little Kyle Kuzma, a guy that he's a power forward. He can shoot that three. He can get hot. So, they just got to put everything together and just say a prayer.
Wow. I didn't know that they had got Shareef.
Yeah.
I like to see that. I think Shaq Kid is going to be good. I watched him play.
I think the reason why he didn't get drafted though is just because of that heart.
Yeah,
nobody really, knew, or they just kind of maybe afraid to take a chance.
Because you don't want to put all this, investment into a player, and then they can't even play.
And so, and summer league is going to be very important because you're not just trying to try out for the Lakers, you're trying out for every other team too. Because if the Lakers don't pick you up, that don't mean another team can't pick you up. So, it's going to be valuable that all these kids come out there and they just show out their best talent that they have, and hopefully they get picked up, after summer league.
I like watching the summer league because of that, because them young players play hard because they know teams are watching. So it's usually fun to watch.
Yeah, me too. And you get to see like those second year players, see what they're going to do, what they've been working on over the summer. And see what I like watching it too. It's real fun. But it's sports is always around. And, 365 days a year. Sports never stop. And right now, this is my favorite time of year. I call this is the messy time of the year because we all hear all these little rumors, these sports free agent rumors, everybody getting excited, and then
I'm ready.
Something don't happen, then it's gonna be interesting because come Friday, man, I think we should start hearing stuff on Thursday. I think I'm not sure.
Yeah.
But when stuff starts to leak out, like we seen John Wall go to the Clippers last night, and it's gonna be interesting. But we're gonna be all on top of it, reporting it, covering it, and that's the only thing we can do. I just want to thank you guys for coming on ASAP in the morning. Another great episode. You can catch it back in the morning. This evening we got a lot of great shows as well. But until then, we are out.
We go.
All sports, all plays. Yeah. All sports, all plays. All sports, all plays. 365, we making a plays. You talking the game, get you through the days. We're high in the court, the dime in the lane. Variety topics, living the same. All presentation, sports information. Hitting the airways, taking the nation. Sport